What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 39, and we start today's episode off with the board reaching out to us, as they say in the email, and saying that we're going to be continuing at the helm of the club for the foreseeable future. We've had a lot of media pressure and so on and so forth, but they want to reassure us that we're the right man for the job. And I was like, what about bloody time? Do you know what I mean? We've had 4 losses this season and 4 emails after every single defeat saying, you know, it's not good enough, basically. And I've been sitting there thinking the reason why we've been having this media speculation is because you keep sending us emails. You know, seriously, we've had a better start than last year. We've looked very good in, you know, certain games. Obviously, Hull and Arsenal, they being the main two. And okay, sure, we've underperformed in some games. But, you know, I don't really understand why we've been getting so much criticism at this start of this season. I don't really get it myself, but there you go. I'm glad that the board have basically eased off the pressure for a little bit, but I don't know. I think basically the pressure and the criticism we've had from the board has been a little bit unjustified in my opinion, but at least now they've, you know, not exactly rectified that, but they have said, you know, we do want to reassure you that you're the right man for the job. And I was thinking you should have said that a long time ago, you know. You should have even sent us any of those emails, maybe 1 or possibly 2, but come on now, to send us an email after every defeat, that's a little too harsh. You know, we're not perfect. We're not the Invincibles of Arsenal a few years ago. But anyway, we take on Swansea for the first game of today's episode here at the Liberty Stadium away in Wales, and it was Swansea who had the first chance of the game, but Ki Sung-young's shot went over the bar and out for a goal kick. And in the 20th minute, we had a free kick ourselves here. Fabian Delph was standing over. It was a really good chance, only 19 yards out. I gave it to Aaron Creswell. Then I decided to try and do a sort of a man running over the ball and lay it off so the wall would jump and we could have a free shot at goal. But it took me ages to take this free kick because the wall just kept on creeping forward. But eventually, as you'll see, we laid it off. Creswell ran over the ball. I think it was Delph who laid the ball off towards the runner of... Who was it? Was it Delph? I can't remember now. Yeah, it was Delph who got the ball rolled to him after the runner laid it off, and it was saved by Fabianski and was cleared away. So still scoreless, and on the stroke of half time, Swansea had a free kick. Montero across the wing towards Popov. It was headed away. Berahino got the ball. It was a great chance for a counter here as he goes down the right hand side. Got a lot of pace. Berahino takes on Ashley Williams, beats him for pace, keeps on going. I need a teammate in the box though because we've been forced wide. I pick one out in Yusuf Malumbu, but his header goes wide of the Polish goalkeeper's post and out for a goal kick. So half time, Swansea 0, West Bromwich Albion 0. Pretty frustrating because I couldn't really create much in that half. But in the 53rd minute, well, there'll be a lot more opportunities to create stuff now because Swansea were reduced to 10 men. Kyle Bartley, the former Arsenal defender, got himself sent off for 2 yellow cards, and both were correct as well. As you can see in the top left, you'll see what the first yellow card was given for. That was just before that free kick you saw the highlight for a minute ago, and both incidents, in my opinion, warranted yellow cards, so the referee got it right, and Swansea were down to 10 men. So Swansea on this game, they dictate the tempo a lot. They have so much possession of the ball. They really do lower the tempo themselves, but just because they went down to 10 men didn't mean they were going to sit back. They kept on attacking. They had a very good chance there, but the shot went wide of the post, and from the goal kick, Foster gives it to Carl Jenkinson, who rolls it out wide towards Wellington Silva. Silva gives it inside towards Yusuf Malumbu. He finds Brown a day through to Berahino. Brilliant chance here. It's Berahino. Takes on the last man and beats him. He shoots, but it's a good save by Fabianski, and Swansea clear. So still 0-0, and a few minutes later, Dyer's on the ball and finds John Joe Shelby. The two, both on bookings themselves, link up. They find Marvin Emnes. Emnes turns Zambrano, and if it wasn't for a great save by Foster, the 10-men Swansea would have been in the lead in this game. So it was really nice to see, to be honest. Instead of Swansea just sitting back, parking the bus and playing for the draw, and now they're down to 10 men, they kept on attacking and they went in search for a winner. But because they did that, they pushed bodies forward, and when Brown today crossed this ball in and picked out Mbai Niang, well, Niang was never going to miss from 5 yards out. Basically an open goal as the ball went past Fabianski, and he just had to make connection with the cross with his left foot, and he'd steer it into the open goal. That's exactly what he did, and that's why it was Swansea 0, West Bromwich Albion 1. So a bit of indecisiveness from Fabianski, pretty poor marking in the centre by Ashley Williams, and I'm not sure who the other defender for Swansea was, but even so, Swansea 0, West Brom 1, and we take the lead here late on in Wales. And in the 80th minute, you see Foster kick the ball out wide towards our right back Carl Jenkinson. Jenkinson collects the ball and carries it over the halfway line. He cuts past Wilfred Bonney. There's so much space down the left hand side, so he picks out Claudio Jacob. Jacob picks out Danny Ings, who turns John Joe Shelby, easy as you like, and finesses the ball goal into the bottom corner. So Swansea 0, West Bromwich Albion 2. Danny Ings getting his first goal in the Barclays Premier League this season. I think that's his second in 2 because he scored against Sheffield Wednesday, didn't he? And that is now Swansea 0, West Bromwich Albion 2, as Ings, as you can see in the top left, came off the bench to surely wrap up the points. And as you can see, Swansea were attacking, they were pressing, but that was to be their downfall. Maybe they could have got themselves a point had they eased off the pressure. Instead, they left so many gaps at the back. And there was another one here in the 87th minute. Brown today got played through 1-on-1, rounded Fabianski, and the referee gives a penalty. And as Day and Fabianski come together there, I was sitting there thinking, what's Fabianski complained about? He gets a booking as well. I thought you can count yourself lucky you're not getting sent off there, to be honest. But as I watched this on the replay, I'm not going to say it was a dive because, I think Brown today was trying to get out of the way. But as you watch this, there isn't actually any contact. He just jumps over Fabianski. So not too sure. I'm not going to call it a dive myself, but yeah, some referees that wouldn't have given a penalty for that and would have booked Brown a day. But there would have been contact had he just stayed on his feet. So I guess it was more intent of Fabianski really that sort of caused him to jump over him. But anyway, all you need to know is we won a penalty. Brown a day stepped up to take it, and he smashed it in because no game is complete without Brown a day scoring this season. Clearly, Brown a day makes it Swansea 0, West Brom 3 from the spot. And again, I'm not going to say it was definitely a dive, but I don't know. Still 3-0 to West Bromwich Albion. He got his 11th goal in the Barclays Premier League, and he's already matched what he finished with last year in the whole of the Premier League season. I mean, I just don't have any words to express how good his form has been this season, but still, we win the game 3-0, very comfortable. After Swansea went down to 10 men, they pushed too many bodies forward, and that was their downfall. So 3-0 victory, very, very pleased to get it. And as you can see as well, we enter a new month here in November. So here is a squad report. Ben Foster up to an 81 now. Very nice to see. You can check out how the players are doing in terms of their attributes. And also as well, I want to say straight away, if my videos are still really choppy and sort of laggy, I apologise massively. It's the 18th of October for me, and over the past couple of days, my videos have been lagging, and I don't know why that is. I've been changing the file type, I've been uploading them a different way, but nothing seems to be changing. I'd imagine it's a YouTube processing fault. I've been talking to another YouTuber who has the same problem as me. We can't put our fingers on it at the moment. So hopefully by now, a week in advance, the videos would have sorted themselves out and they're back to normal. But if they're still lagging, if they're still choppy, I apologise massively. Again, I don't know what the cause is. I'm trying to work out right now. I have no idea though, and if they are still a bit choppy or laggy, I do apologise. I'm doing everything I can to fix that. If they're not, however, this means nothing, so there you go. But anyway, a look at the Europa League group stage table. 3 games in, we are in second place with 4 points, better than Feyenoord on goal difference as things stand, because that's how the game works out. The Europa League positions are for group stage rankings. And also a look at the league table as well. 10 games in, we're in second place with 6 wins, 1 draw and 3 defeats. League, well, I was going to say league. Well, I don't know how to say this really. The league isn't something which, we are going to be hoping for a top 4 finish come the end of the season, but the start has been fantastic. I can't deny that. The start we've made in the league has been brilliant, and it's been fantastic. And the fact that the board have came to us with 4 different emails now after 4 defeats has been very, very disappointing. And that shows it right there. At the start of the episode, you saw me sort of not complaining per se, but finding it a bit odd that the board, had finally taken so long to come to us and apologise. Well, not apologise, obviously, but to say to us, they're reassuring us that we're the right man for the job. And that's why, the league has been fantastic so far. We're in second place in our Europa League group, only halfway through, but still odds-on favourites to qualify with Napoli, who will definitely top this group no matter what happens. And, we're still in the Capital One Cup, so I don't know really what to say, but anyway, for the second and final game of today's episode, we take on Feyenoord here in the Netherlands. And of course, I did say that this is the side we'll probably be battling with to finish in second place. And as you saw by the group stage table a minute ago, that's exactly how it's panned out after the first half of the games. We've both got 4 points after 3 games, but as we travel to the Netherlands here, of course, we had to bear in mind we lost to this side in England. So, we had to keep that in mind. We didn't play well in that game, and they are going to be the side we'll most likely battle with for second place. So it was going to be very difficult, and that is why I played a very strong side. Only a couple of players missed out in this game, but it could have been a great start for us in the first 5 minutes already, because Mbaye Niang won us a penalty after after he, again, I'm not going to say dived, but he seemed to fall in to Congolo. I guess the right term to use is flopping. Like, it's not diving, it's just quite weak in terms of a player staying on his feet. As you can see there's not actually much contact. The knees sort of come together a little bit, but the way he falls seems to be, you know, not the right reaction if you're going to get tripped up like that. But it is a penalty. That was a definite penalty. The one in the Swansea game might not have been, but that was a definite penalty. But it was still a little soft the way Niang fell. But unfortunately, Brown today, the man in form I trusted with the spot kick in this game, could only hit the post as Kenneth Vermeer dived the wrong way, and it was still 0-0. So that was very frustrating there. I put way too much power on it, and I'm not surprised that I did miss, and it was still 0-0, and a golden opportunity missed there already. In the 15th minute final, I had a great chance, but the shot went wide, and 10 minutes later, another great chance for them as they crossed the ball into the centre, and the man who caused us so many problems in the first game, Toonstra, almost scored in this game as well. His shot hit the post and was away for a goal kick, so he scored 2 at the Hawthorns, almost got 1 here as well, but thankfully he didn't, and it was still 0-0. In the 37th minute, we had a free kick. Craig Gardner struck it from a mile out, but Vermeer made a very good save to turn it behind for a throw-in the end. Very, very good save by the goalkeeper there, and it was still 0-0. But as Niang picks the ball up here, the man who wants the penalty, he finds Craig Gardner. Gardner gets onto it. He turns his man and shoots. It takes a huge deflection, and well, it was a great save seconds ago by Vermeer. But I'll tell you what, that is a huge mistake by Vermeer there, the goalkeeper. I mean, that is just diabolical goalkeeping. The ball's up in the air. He gets himself set in terms of positioning, and he just flops himself. You know, he flops himself. He goes to, I don't know what he's trying to do. Is he trying to punch the ball away? Is he trying to one-hand catch it? What's he trying to do there? I don't know. He misses the ball, and Jordan Abita, of all players, gets his second goal of the season. Both goals coming in the Europa League as he heads the ball into the open net. So Abita, not the tallest of players at all, but he won the header there and made it final 0, West Brom 1. So fantastic way to end the first half. But in the second half, final came out of the traps flying. And Achuba gets on the ball here. It's a good save by Foster, and the rebound by Geordie Classy is well saved by Ben Foster. Brilliant double save by our captain there to keep the score at final 0, West Bromwich Albion 1. Very, very good save by our skipper, and you can see why he's gone up to an 81. He's been playing fantastic ever since we arrived here at the Hawthorns. But in the 56th minute, you see final get on the ball. Toonstra finds Al Ahmadi. He finds Achuba, who scores, puts it past Ben Foster, and makes it final 1, West Bromwich Albion 1. So Toonstra again at the heart of the final team in this game, playing very well. Great passing to Al Ahmadi there. He found the goal scorer, he found the back of the net. So final 1, West Bromwich Albion 1, and the last chance would fall here in the 80th minute. Mabai Niang collects the ball here, crosses it into the centre, but Brown today's header takes a deflection and clips the top of the bar and goes out for a corner. But it was how the game would finish. Final 1, West Bromwich Albion 1. So we are still on course to qualify in second place after 4 games. We got 5 points and we're ahead of final, technically on goal difference, but even so, that should have been a win. We threw it away. We had a penalty, we missed a lot of chances, and that was a very disappointing result considering how many opportunities we had in that game. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please do leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.